Hi everyone, I'm going to show you a couple pieces of software that I'm going to be using in some upcoming courses. First is Adobe Connect, which you're looking at right now. It's a web conferencing and collaboration piece of software, pretty simple to use. If you've used it before, you can skip ahead in the video to the next bookmark because there is another piece of technology I wanted to show. But if you're new to Connect, I'll just show you some of the quick features it has. Being a web conferencing piece of software, as you can see, you can have access to your camera and your mic, and you can also set up external cameras and microphones too if you want better quality images rather than using your webcam. There's a chat feature, and down here you can see you can type in your chat. As a presenter or host, I can write up discussion notes, and as the course is proceeding, or lecture is proceeding, I can put up some polls as well, which is nice to see. So this is kind of the discussion area. There's a collaborative area as well, where you have the option of sharing files with other participants. And the program can also create breakout groups, which is really good for small group discussion. It has some other screen sharing type features as well. As you can see here, there's a drop-down menu. So you can actually share the screen on your computer if you like, and I'll just show you that right now. As you can see, I'm currently sharing this Photoshop document. And if I need to go back to Connect, just click here and stop sharing my screen. And I can also share documents. So I can upload almost any kind of document here. I can upload PDFs. I can use the annotative tools here to, highlight things or underscore things, write in text, shapes, all that sort of thing. I can also use a whiteboard feature, which is nice. So if you're used to presenting in a classroom or a lecture hall, you'll still have your whiteboard. So not only can you put up your PowerPoint presentation and share it with an audience, you can write up your whiteboard notes as well. And I think that's a really nice feature. But the best thing about Connect that I think is that you have the ability to record and share everything. So if I'm presenting a session, I can record it, and then once the session is over, that recording can be archived and shared as a link to any participants who maybe want to review the live session, or if they were unable to attend, they can see it. And so then that gets rid of the excuse of I wasn't there, and or I wasn't able to find the time to join a meeting. It's going to be online always, so that's a really great thing about it. The other piece of software I wanted to show you guys is Camtasia, and it's a video recording piece of software. It's got all of your standard video tools, editing tools that you'll find in things like iMovie, that sort of thing, but it has things that other programs just don't have. And I'll show you those right now, and this is why I really like using this program. It has the cursor effects, so you can highlight your cursor so people can actually follow it around. I just think of like presentations that you're putting up on a screen. Sometimes you need to point something out literally, and this really helps with that. Same with your mouse actions. You can highlight those as well. And there's some other visual effects in here. Most of these are kind of hokey effects that you may or may not ever need to use. But the one that I use extensively when I'm doing any sort of software training is the keystroke feature, because as you can see with the preview animation here, it literally pops up the keystrokes that you're using when you're using the software. And I think that's a great tool because I think that anyone who uses software knows it's all about productivity. If you know your keyboard shortcuts, then that makes for a really big difference in your workflow. The other thing about Camtasia, and this is a new thing, is that you can add quizzes to your timeline. There's different types of quizzes: fill in the blank, short answer, true, false, and you can pop these in, and I'll show you in another video here that these can be exported as a SCORM package, which means in a nutshell, you can import it into Moodle, and it will actually show up in your gradebook with the mark for you. So if I'm putting together a video that shows something, I can pop in my question and people will stop looking at the video, answer the question, and then they can continue if need be. And that answer gets recorded, which I think is a very valuable tool. All right, so I've uploaded the video with the test feature into Moodle just to show you. If I click on this, it'll open it up in another window, and I hit enter. And here's the video. And if I scroll down to the timeline, once I start playing this,
hi everyone, I'm going to show you.
Pause that so you can hear me. You can see that there's a little dot here. That indicates where the quiz is, and I can click on it, answer the question, submit it, and then hit continue. And that gets recorded into the gradebook. Now, as you can see, here it is in the gradebook. You can set up your weights, and of course you can categorize these as need be, but a very handy tool to have.